Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Friday edition of Source 16 News. I'm Eddie Owen. Thanks for joining us. Well, Governor Steve Beshear joined the Hopkinsville-Christian County Economic Development Council today to announce two Japanese-based companies are making multi-million-dollar expansions. Douglas Autotech Corporation is adding 9 new vehicle programs and is creating 65 new jobs as a result of the expansion.
The expansion of Douglas Autotech Corporation's facility here in Christian County represents an investment of more than $17.3 million of new money. I'm also pleased to be joined by officials from Amfine Chemical Corporation as we announce that the state will partner with that company as it invests more than $2.7 million to update its existing facility here in Hopkinsville. Amfine makes plastic additives and PVC stabilizers for the North and South American automotive industries. This investment will provide for the addition of a slurry-holding second reactor vessel.
In addition, Amfine Chemical plans on maintaining its 45 employees and hiring 2 more workers on top of adding a second reactor vessel. Hopkinsville Mayor Dan Kemp and Christian County Judge Executive Steve Tribble spoke about how thrilled they are with the expansions. The event was held at the James E. Bruce Convention Center. Well, police are looking for 5 individuals involved in an armed robbery in Lyon County this morning. The victim notified Kentucky State Police just after 6 o'clock, stating that he was robbed at gunpoint by 5 black males in the parking lot of the Hampton Inn near Interstate 24 in Catawba. The victim told police he was using his cell phone when the men, one of which was armed with a rifle, approached him and demanded his wallet. The men, whose description you see here, then fled the scene traveling east on Interstate 24 in what was believed to be a red Pontiac sedan. And video surveillance shows that some of the suspects may have been traveling in a gray passenger car. Each suspect is believed to be in their early 20s and were seen at a gas station in Grand Rivers prior to the robbery. Police say one of the suspects was overheard talking about traveling to Nashville and Memphis, Tennessee. Now, if located, police say please use caution since one of the suspects is believed to be armed with a rifle. If you have any information about the suspects, please contact State Police 270-856-3721. Motorists traveling on Kentucky 131 in Graves County today had to be rerouted after a semi's trailer broke in half. Transportation Cabinet spokesman Keith Todd reports Kentucky 131 Said Road was closed around noontime at the Graves-McCracken County line north of Simpsonia. State police say the semi's trailer was overweighted and broke in half, forcing the closure of the road for over 5 hours while crews worked to unload it. The road was reopened late this afternoon. Well, Hopkinsville attorney Dennis Ritchie, who represents a Todd County teen accused of murder, says his client can't get a fair trial in his home county. Ritchie told Source 16 the small community in Todd County where he used to practice has already heard too much about 17-year-old Garrett Dye allegedly murdering his 9-year-old adoptive sister and biological cousin Amy Dye of Trenton last month. Ritchie went on to say that even though it will be hard to get a change of venue granted, he still plans to file the motion on April 22nd in the Todd County courtroom to protect his client's right to a fair trial. Dye appeared in court earlier this week for a pre-trial conference where Ritchie requested Dye be mentally evaluated by the Kentucky Correctional Psychiatric Center before his trial begins in July. The 17-year-old pled not guilty on adult charges of murder, resisting arrest, and tampering with physical evidence. According to the indictment, Dye caused the death of Amy when he reportedly and repeatedly hit her in the head with a hydraulic jack handle February 4th at their home on Dogwood Lane near Trenton. Garrett then allegedly moved Amy's body, which was found about 100 yards from her home, under some brush. Court records show that the teen then washed and hid his clothes and the hydraulic jack handle in a drawer next to the stove inside the family's trailer. Court records show the 17-year-old has a substantial history of run-ins with the law, which is one reason a judge ruled that he would be tried as an adult. Dye remains in the Warren County Detention Center in Bowling Green. Lyon County native and former Trigg County Circuit Court Judge, First Supreme Court District Justice Bill Cunningham, has been appointed to serve on the Kentucky Access to Justice Commission. Justice Cunningham is one of 30 members of the commission, which met for the first time January 28th at the Kentucky Bar Association offices in Frankfort. During an October news conference, Chief Justice John D. Minton, Jr., a Trigg County native, announced that the KAJC had been formed by an order of the Supreme Court of Kentucky. The commission's primary responsibility is to identify the most pressing legal needs of those unable to afford lawyers and to create a statewide plan to address the needs. Justice Cunningham was elected to the Supreme Court of Kentucky in November 2006 to serve the 1st District. Previously, he was elected as Circuit Court Judge in November 1991 to serve the 56th Judicial Circuit, which consists of Caldwell, Livingston, Lyon, and Trigg counties, and he served there for 15 years. He was reelected in 1999 and was a circuit judge until January 2007. Justice Cunningham is also the author of 6 books about regional history, which chronicle the struggle for racial justice in western Kentucky since the Civil War. A Callaway County man's behind bars after a police chase with law enforcement authorities. According to state police, a trooper observed a vehicle traveling south on US 641, driven by Joshua Jerome of Murray, who was entered as wanted in the National Crime Information Center, or NCIC. When the trooper tried to stop the vehicle around 7 o'clock last night, police say Jerome didn't pull over and drove about 2 miles before he got out of his vehicle and fled on foot in the Best Western parking lot. After a short foot pursuit, Jerome was taken into custody and charged with second-degree fleeing or evading on foot and in a vehicle and resisting arrest. He was lodged in the Callaway County Jail. State police were assisted by Murray Police Department and Murray-Callaway County EMS. A Clarksville man was arrested on felony charges after an alleged assault in Christian County last night. 56-year-old William Mosley was arrested by state police around 9:30 after he allegedly threatened and assaulted Derek Spicer and Dean Shadrick at a home on Caskey Lane. Police report Mosley also damaged Shadrick's vehicle. Mosley was taken into custody a short distance from the incident and charged with 2 counts of second-degree assault, third-degree criminal mischief, and operating on a motor vehicle under the influence. He was lodged in the Christian County Jail. Well, Hopkins County Attorney Todd Pipool is using a creative way to find people who haven't made child support payments. Pipool teamed up with local pizza businesses to place wanted flyers on their delivery boxes during March Madness. The flyers include 12 individuals with outstanding bench warrants for failure to pay child support. The flyers list the individual's name, height, weight, and arrearage amount. Pipool told Source16 2 of the 12 individuals have already paid what was owed, which he says was directly linked to the project. He went on to say the Hopkins County Child Support Unit is always looking for creative and innovative ways to collect payments. Pizza businesses that are participating in this project include Godfather's Pizza, Panther Pizzeria, Pizza Hut, Roxanne's Pizza, Pizza Pit, Quality Pizza, and Hobo Mickey's Pizza. Anyone with information regarding the whereabouts of the listed individuals are asked to contact the Child Support Unit at 821-6666 or local law enforcement. A Webster County man was flown to an Indiana hospital after he was partially ejected in a single vehicle wreck in Hopkins County last night. 51-year-old Johnny McVeigh was driving on Kentucky 70 around 11 o'clock when about 3 miles west of Beulah, state police say he swerved to miss a deer. McVeigh's car ran off Kentucky 70 and traveled about 224 feet on the shoulder before it re-entered the road and ran off the other side of the road, hitting an earthen embankment and a tree stump. State police say McVeigh was not wearing a seatbelt and was partially ejected from the vehicle. He was transported by ambulance to Regional Medical Center in Madisonville, then flown to St. Mary's Hospital in Evansville. Well, in case you missed the 10 o'clock news last night and this morning's news, several local women were recognized for their contributions to Hopkinsville and Christian County. The Hopkinsville Human Relations Commission celebrated their 2nd annual Women's History Month Awards program last night at Hopkinsville Community College. Hopkinsville's president of the League of Women Voters, Carolyn Self, was selected for the evening's top award, the 2011 Fannie Bronson Postal Woman of the Year Award. Meanwhile, Irma Cowell received the Rachel Davis Hopkins Award after overcoming a stroke that she had when she was in her 20s. And for her work and time spent volunteering with children around the community, Nanny Croney received the Jenny Knight Baker Award. Also, Hopkinsville's first woman to be elected to Hopkinsville City Council, Fannie Louise Maddox, received the Sherry Jeffers Award for her longtime community service. Hopkinsville High School Principal Demetria Choice served as the evening's guest speaker, where she challenged everyone to become a mentor to local youth. The Hopkinsville Human Relations Commission promotes diversity, unity, and harmony in the community and works to improve the future of youth and advance economic development. Well, during a special called meeting last night, the Christian County Board of Education unanimously approved a 36-month energy conservation agreement with a company called Internoc, which may bring an additional $25,000 to the district.
And it is a partnership between TVA, Internoc, and our two local electric utilities. That partnership combined will enter into an agreement with us whereby if we will agree to reduce our electric demand during peak periods from TVA, then they will make us payments. They will pay money to us just for enrolling on that. And if they actually do have peak demands when we have to, when they need us to reduce demand, they will pay even more for that.
The board also approved a technology package for over $986,000. That includes electrical, data cabling, sound systems upgrades, and fiber work for the new Christian County Middle School. In other action, the board agreed to postpone taking action on a proposed agreement that would provide 6 school resource officers until officials could discuss salaries and the amount of hours the SROs would work. And Director of Business Jessica Darnell presented board members a 2011-2012 draft budget of over $89 million for the district. Well, tonight's Mega Millions jackpot, get ready, $312 million. Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $125 million.